Colorado. This is George, K3SAD. I'm located in Windsor and will be net control for tonight's NCARC TechNet. The purpose of the TechNet is to enlighten amateur radio operators on topics of a technical nature. We'll do our best to answer any technical questions to the benefit of all listening. If a subject has never been clear to you, this is an excellent opportunity to find an answer. If anyone feels they have information that will help regarding that subject, please give your call sign and net control will call on you. Reset. This net may be interrupted at any time for emergencies or priority traffic. If you need to use the system for an emergency during the net, say break 3 times in rapid succession and give your call sign. We will acknowledge you and suspend the net until you advise you are clear. Is there any emergency or priority traffic at this time? Hearing none, all licensed amateur radio operators with 70 centimeter privileges are encouraged to check into the net. Club membership is encouraged but never required for participation within the net. Check-ins are requested to count participation, and no checkout is required. This is K3SAD Net Control for tonight's NCARC TechNet. When checking in, please give your call sign slowly, first alphabetically, then again using the ITU phonetic alphabet along with your name and location. When checking in, please state if you have a topic that you would like to discuss. I will be taking check-ins in groups of 3. When I've recorded the first group of 3, I'll move on to the next group of 3. Barring doubles, in the interest of time, I will read back all recorded call signs after the conclusion of the first full round of check-ins. If I've made any mistakes, please call Net Control corrections at that time. I will start by taking check-ins from any Echolink users. Please be advised that Echolink users receive with a small delay and therefore respond with delay. So there will be a pronounced pause here for response. Any call signs Alpha through Zulu tuning in via Echolink, please call K3SAD Net Control now.
Kilo 0, Mike Lima Golf K0 MLG, Marty, Wiley.
Got you in there, Marty. Okay, I'll now take check-ins from over the air from call prefixes Alpha through Mike. Alpha through Mike, please call now.
This is N0EMP, November 0 Echo Mike Papa. Greg in Fort Collins, this is Debbie, K0DBE. Kilo 0 Delta Bravo Echo, no traffic.
K0 ARD. Kilo 0 Alpha Romeo Delta, and in Fort Collins.
KF0 GQH, Kilo Foxtrot 0 Golf Quebec Hotel, Kent in Wellington.
Stand by, Kent. I'm going to call in you in just a minute. Okay, the score is 2 children bleeding, 1 crying. Last station that called. Can you come back, please?
KF0 GQH, Kilo Foxtrot 0 Golf Quebec Hotel, Kent in Wellington.
Thank you. I got N0EMP, K0DBE, K0ARD, and KF0GQH. Go ahead with the next set of 3, please.
This is Donald at Whiskey 0 Delta Papa Charlie in Longmont. Over.
Really sorry, Charlie. Can you give me your call sign one more time? I got messed up in my head there.
Not sure if it was my call sign you're looking for, but this is Donald at Whiskey 0 Delta Papa Charlie. Whiskey 0 Delta Papa Charlie, over.
Yep, I had that all screwed up. Sorry about that. Got you now. W0DPC. Go ahead with any call signs, Alpha through Zulu.
Whiskey Decker 0, Quebec Golf Lima, WB0 QGL, and N0 UBF.
Okay, I got WV0QGL and N0UBF, and there was a double in there. With the double, please come back.
WA7EM, Whiskey Alpha 7, Echo Mike, Ed and Erie.
Okay, I got that. Go ahead with the next set.
This is Kilo Bravo 0, Yankee Delta November, KB0YDN, Eric, Mobile.
WB5TEX, Whiskey Bravo 5, Tango Echo X-Ray, Dale in Loveland.
Okay, I got that. Go ahead with the next 3.
Kilo Delta 0 Foxtrot Bravo Uniform on the Creekside.
KG6 OBC, Kilo Golf 6, Oscar Bravo Charlie, Justin Mobile in Fort Collins, no topic.
This is K3SAD, Net Control for tonight's TechNet. I got, forget where I left off, W0DPC, WB0QGL, N0UBF, WA7EM, my dyslexia is kicking in hard, KB0YDN, WB5TEX, KD0FBU, and KG6OBC. Go ahead with the next three.
This is K0AZA, Kilo Zero Alpha Zulu Alpha, Ron at Fort Collins.
A0IPH, Kilowatt Zero India Papa Hotel, Allen, Loveland.
AE0CF, Alpha Echo Zero, Charlie Foxtrot, Ben, Fort Collins.
Okay, we'll hold up there. This is K3SAD. Once again, forgot where I left off. Forgive a duplicate. KG6OBC, K0AZA, K0IPH, and AE0CF. Any other check-ins for tonight's TechNet? Okay, this is K3SAD. The topic that I have from last night is, maybe it was the night before, is I was transmitting on HF. Don't hold me to what frequency. I think it was somewhere in the 7,000s. And my kids came downstairs and said that the oldest boy's lights started coming on and flickering. He's got an LED fixture in the bedroom. Is this normal? Am I inflicting brain damage on my children? And anything I can do to stop lights that are turned off from flickering when I'm pumping 100 watts on that band? Any thoughts? K3SAD.
M0EMP, were these like motion lights or something, or just a screw-in replacement, LED replacement for a filament-type bulb?
Thanks, Greg. Yeah, it was a single-pole switch, dumb switch, nothing fancy, and I believe it's an LED fixture with a built-in driver and array, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, they, as you know, LEDs need a lot less power than incandescent lights, so obviously you're coupling enough power into the house wiring, or into at least that circuit of house wiring, to give it enough power to start lighting up. So I don't know where your antenna's at, or if it's in the attic, that would be particularly bad, but getting the antenna outside away from the house, and if it's like a dipole or an end fed, if you have enough room to do it, have it end on towards the house instead of broadside to the house, so you're not pouring as much RF into the house. And ferrites on the feed line outside of the house to help keep RF from coming back in on the shield. And N0EMP.
This is K3SAD. Yeah, what I got right now is 16 feet long. It's end-fed, basically, I think is the correct term. It's linear, omnidirectional. And it's mounted on the back wall of the house. Picture just your standard house shape, you know, just a triangle that extends 20 feet in one direction. So it's on the back end of that, and the affected light was about 15 feet away on the second floor.
Yeah, I'd say, you know, do the exposure calculation. ARRL has a calculator for that, but 7 megahertz, that's not a lot of coupling into people, so that shouldn't be a problem. I'd just double check that. But on the light fixture itself, if you can unscrew the fixture from the wall or from the ceiling, I guess, whatever it is, so that you have some access to some of the wire going to the fixture, close to the fixture. If you get enough room in there to put some ferrites on the house wire that feeds that, that might help cut the flickering out. And N0EMP.
Appreciate that. Any other thoughts on the case of the flickering bedroom light? This is K3SAD. Hey, Greg, I forget, is this the week for ham lunch, or is that next week?
Thanks for reminding me. This week is the Loveland lunch. 11:30 Wednesday at Perkins in West Loveland on West Eisenhower.
Thank you for that. Any other topics for tonight's TechNet? Call K3SAD now.
This is WB0QGL.
Go ahead.
So I have a vertical, a 20, 15, and 10 vertical, and have the appropriate radials in there. Next to it is a metal edging that goes up and down the property. Would it be advantageous to attach the ground to that length of, and whatever the length is, it could be 20, could be 50 feet. Would it be advantageous to connect the ground to that as well?
I'm having a hard time picturing, but does anybody have any comment for that?
I'm trying to picture my South EMP. Where's this edging? Is it at the edge of your roof, at the low edge of your roof, or what?
No, the edging's in the ground. Next to the radials are in the ground as well. So the edging is bypasses along the vertical outside, and it's in the ground.
Okay, yeah. I would take note of your noise levels, which change, of course. I would say get an idea of your typical noise levels, or check them, right before you do this experiment. See what your noise levels are, then go up there real quick with a jumper cable, like alligator clip lead thing, and attach to that, and come back in and see if you made your noise worse. You might have a noise pickup problem, which will tell you right there not to do that. Otherwise, give it a try. See if it improves things in zero EMP.
Okay, real fine. I can try that and see if there's any greater noise. Right now, the vertical gives me about an S5, an S3 to an S5 noise level, and at times when I use it for voice sideband, I will use a magnetic loop, and that takes the noise out, transmit on the vertical, and listen on the magnetic loop. But that's a try. I'll jump it and see what happens.
This is K3SAD. Any other comments about using edging for grounding? Okay, any other topics for tonight's TechNet? Okay, this is going to be a pretty quick one. Any last-minute check-ins before we close down the NCARC TechNet?
This is N0NYY, November 0, November Yankee, Bart in Evans, with Gene, N0 QXQ, November 0, Quebec X-ray, Quebec, also in Evans. Howdy, George.
Evening, Bart. Any other check-ins? Okay, this concludes the NCARC TechNet. Net Control would like to thank each station for their participation. We had a total of 20 check-ins tonight. This net will occur again next Monday at the same time on this repeater. This is Kilo 3, Sierra Alpha Delta, closing the net at 18:19. 7-3, and good night, everyone.
Closing announcement, if I may.
Go with the quick closing announcement, N0NYY.
In case somebody didn't already, sorry I'm late. This Wednesday, day after tomorrow, is the Loveland Perkins ham lunch at 11:30. Has that announcement been made already?
Yep, Greg took care of it.
Good job, Greg. What I get for being late. Story of my life, being late. Anyway, 7-3, thank you, N0NYY.
This presentation was brought to you by the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club. For more information, visit our website, ncarc.net. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.